Imagine if you were trading your goat for lumber back in the day and somebody came into your village and said, "Hey, here's this piece of shiny metal that's worth a lot. Why is it worth a lot? I don't know." It's all stock to flow, guys. It's all stock to flow. And that's exactly what Bitcoin is, like I said just a couple seconds ago. Dingoos, I hope you're having a fantastic Monday morning. Let's start off this week right with some great ass crypto news. We're going to be talking about price action of Bitcoin, of course, where I think it's going to be going, and practicing patience is very important in these type of markets. Have a price target and stick to it and be content if that price target does not hit, right? And if you believe in Bitcoin long term, it really shouldn't matter what the price of Bitcoin is in the short term, right? Also, there's a bunch of layer one smart contract blockchain arguments going on, and just drama, right? And we'll talk all about that at the end. If you're part of the Dingooo community, make sure you stay tuned because there's an important announcement I'm very excited to announce. It's been in the works for a long time, and now I finally get to announce it. Super exciting. Anyways, let's just jump right into it. Bitcoin sitting at 45,000 just a couple months ago. We would be extremely excited about this, and now it's just going down, and we're just like, oh, 45,000 is a low price, guys. We are still well above the 20-week moving average, and that is my short-term price target, and what I'm looking to accumulate at is the 20-week moving average, right? So I've said this many times. 20-week average is the distinguisher between a bull market and bear market, the only indicator I really care about. And as you can see, last bull run, we hit it several times. I have about 20% of my portfolio in stable coins, and it has been for a while now, just earning interest. I'm waiting for Bitcoin to hit this 20-week moving average. I don't care when it does it, whether it is in a month or in 2 months. We will eventually hit the 20-week moving average, and that's where I will be accumulating Chainlink, Graph, Radical, these essential infrastructure pieces, right? And maybe some, I have to think about this more, but these long-term holding positions that I'm going to be re-entering and accumulating more of. I have 80% of my long-term holds in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, DOT, and I might accumulate a little bit of DOT, as well as the Graph. Those are my long-term hold positions, 100%. Essential infrastructure for Web 3.0. That's what it is. And now let's go to the stock to flow model, because I really do believe we'll have similar price action to 2013 and 2014, a double top. We come back down here, make a blow off top later this year or early next year. That's what I'm playing. If it doesn't happen, I'm content with that too. Make sure you are prepared for the worst and hope for the best. That's what you got to be looking at in this market. Be content with if you miss out. Be content with it. I mean, it's not the end of the world if you miss out, as well as just play smart and practice patience. I'm waiting for Bitcoin to hit this 20-week moving average. If it doesn't, I'm totally content with it. And anyways, let's move forward because a lot of people are bullish. I mean, Bitcoin, 4-hour bearish. I don't know what that is. 4 crisis averted. So some just TA guys talking about short-term price action on Bitcoin, which I'm not too much into. Reverse head and shoulders, the Wolf of Wall Street's tweets. So we'll see if that comes to fruition. Also, Peter Schiff loves this price action, even though he's hated Bitcoin since like $200, right? And every time Bitcoin goes down a little bit, he's like, yay, Bitcoin going to zero. But it's just funny to see. Pomp says, if you like Bitcoin at 58,000, then you should love it at 44,000. If you love it at 44,000, then I guess you should be super duper love it with a cherry on top at $4,000. Guys, I would love it at $4,000. I loved it at $4,000 when I was buying it at $4,000. I mean, guys, you just have to love Bitcoin. One Bitcoin will always equal one Bitcoin, right? And at the end of the day, you're in it to accumulate Bitcoin. That's what you're in it for. So I would super duper love it with a cherry on top if it goes to $4,000. I would love it because I would be buying the hell out of it. 32% of the Nigerians now use cryptocurrency, which is the highest proportion of any country in the world. Nigeria just made it illegal. Cryptocurrencies illegal. I believe it's all cryptocurrencies and not just Bitcoin, although it could just be Bitcoin. I know Bitcoin is trading at a premium in Nigeria because it's illegal over there. But like I said, governments, I've said this many times, governments cannot outlaw Bitcoin or crypto, because what would happen, unless it's a centralized crypto or blockchain, right? But what would happen if they outlawed Bitcoin? Other countries would gain traction. The countries like maybe like Switzerland that really take a hold and say, hey, we support crypto and we support innovation. Every innovative mind would move over there, versus the people that are banning it, like Nigeria and India, are going to be extremely very, very negatively impacted by this. If they outlawed it and they said, hey, we don't like innovation, they're going to get destroyed financially in the long term, because this sector has so much innovation and so much money flow and so much cash flows, right? And that's what the whole world is trying to attract, is cash flows and innovation. So hopefully the United States continues to support it. I think a lot of crypto supporters are gaining political power, like Andrew Yang running for New York mayor, and I forget his name, running for California governor, right? And I hope they win, as well as Miami's mayor. Great stuff happening there. So ask yourself this: what doesn't feel risky to you but looks risky to others, right? And one thing I want to point out with this point right here is, what looks risky to others, usually they are ignorant of. And that's what happens with crypto a lot of the time. They think it's risky because they just don't understand it, right? And what somebody brought up this point to me a while ago. Like, imagine back in the day when they were trading goats for like lumber to build your house with. Like, they were just a trading society, and some people just brought this gold bar and say, hey, this is valuable, this piece of gold. And you were just like, why is it valuable? Value is just based off stock to flow. That literally everything in society is just based off stock to flow. And that's exactly what Bitcoin is, right? And people just don't understand that. Imagine if you were trading your goat for lumber back in the day, and somebody came into your village and said, hey, here's this piece of shiny metal that's worth a lot. Why is it worth a lot? I don't know. It's all stock to flow, guys. It's all stock to flow. And that's exactly what Bitcoin is, like I said just a couple seconds ago. Anyways, Bill.eth says it's March 15, 2021. ETH is back over $2,000. Guys, gas prices are consistently below 100 GWI. Thanks to Vitalik's new proposal, over 3 million ETH is locked in the Beacon chain. L2s are gaining traction. EIP 1559 is in sights. Life is good. I do think the Vitalik's proposal will not happen till London's upgrade and hard fork, right? So we will see about that, but I do think like DEXs will go to L2, and that will dramatically decrease gas prices. That's what I'm waiting for, is to L2s like Uniswap to go to an L2 solution, and then that would dramatically lower gas congestion on Ethereum. What do you guys think? Comment below. Also, Mr. Julian says the only tangible complaint that anti-ETH people keep bringing up on the table is how busy the chain is, right? Although it's not really how busy it is, it's how narrow the blockchain is. Ethereum's blockchain is very narrow, and that allows a lot of congestion. So it's kind of a give and take here. I do think Ethereum will upgrade, and we will see more adoption of it. Right now it's kind of just not for retail, because retail can't afford it, and so they go to a centralized version like BInance chain. Anyways, there's some infighting. Fractions aside, who is happy paying astronomical gas fees? No one. But who is happy queuing for innovation? In traditional finance, you have Apple and other true innovators, or the ones copying and cloning the real doers, right? Like BInance chain and other ones, right? which is funny. If customers had to pay $50 to $100 to make a phone call, I predict they would either find cheaper alternatives or wait for it to become cheaper. Of course, decentralization, privacy, and security are just BS and a waste of time concepts for retail. Retail does not care about decentralization, privacy, and security. They don't give a fuck about it. They just would rather, I mean, put it on somebody like Binance. Binance could get hacked. They only have 23 nodes for their Binance chain. Fuck. I'm not messing around with Binance chain. No need. And then Mr. Anthony Sassano says, if I didn't believe so strongly in the Ethereum mission and vision, I probably would given up fighting for it a long time ago. It's exhausting having to deal with all the FUD, the misinformation, the being shit on every single day, but Ethereum is worth fighting for. I strongly agree with this. I'm not an ETH maxi. I believe in Polkadot success, and I even believe that Cardano could be successful if it rolls out. And that's my only doubt, is it rolling out, right? Because Charles Hoskinson, I don't like that guy. I just don't like him. He's lied, and he is a salesman. But if Cardano rolls out and gains traction, good for it. I hope it's successful. But I believe in Ethereum because personally, I love it. A lot of developers on it. Decentralized. I believe in its mission. We'll see what happens, right? We'll see what happens. But anyways, let's listen to Mark Cuban because he's talking about Ethereum and DeFi. Let's listen in.
Borrowed $2,500. It takes me less than 15 seconds.
Wow. And
I know exactly what my interest rate is. And they do something
it's peer-to-peer lending, but it actually works.
It actually works, and they do something called over-collateralization. Because of the volatility of pricing with the different crypto assets, you need to have, if you want to borrow 100, you need to have 150 in so that they're protected from the volatility. But the point is the amount of friction involved to do it versus dealing with banks. And we're 6 months into this whole thing, I guess, in terms of being consumer friendly. This shit's crazy, Jason. I know what I'm doing this weekend. How all businesses work.
Mark Cuban is such an innovative mind, and he says shit's crazy. Shit is really crazy. And guess what? Millionaires, billionaires will never use a centralized option. Why? Because why would they? They don't care about $100 gas fees if they're putting $1 million on the network. It's simple as that. The world settlement layer will not have retail fees. Retail will be using maybe Cardano, Polkadot, I don't know what, but I really do think the winner is the world settlement layer with people moving millions of dollars per transaction, right? Through applications, through banking services, through decentralized financial services. The world settlement layers will not have pennies for fees, and if it does, that would be absolutely amazing. But when you're moving millions of dollars, you won't give a fuck about $30 fees or $100 gas prices, right? As long as it's neutral and secure and decentralized, right? That's all you want. Who cares at $100 gas fees when you're moving millions of dollars, right? So this was absolutely savage. Kobe, he says applied, and Binance says we need another social media intern. Kobe said applied. Nice. We'll set up a call with you next week or this week. Thanks. I have attached a sample photoshopping CZ into places as requested in the advert. That is so savage, and you just go down. Oh my god, holy shit. This is on par with Carpel's job application. Nice insight, never let Kobe apply. Oh, pick me, dude. Absolutely savage. CZ is, man, he is a joke, and he's probably my least favorite person in crypto. He's the antithesis, or even you probably could say antichrist of crypto, because he is against everything that what makes blockchain so innovative and revolutionary. ETH is a network for rich guys now, but soon those guys will be poor. I like ETH, I just don't use it anymore. But anyways, I mean, look at this. People CZ follows or mention can reply. Nobody else. I can't reply because he doesn't like me, and I probably would say some BS in his replies, right? He is the antithesis of blockchain. And it's so bad that he has such a huge influence on the space. He's such a bad dude. He really is, man. He is such a bad dude. Oh my god. But anyways, I saw this tweet I thought was absolutely hilarious. Let's go ahead and read it. Charles Hoskinson may be the best method actor of our time. A 26-year-old acting and dressing as a distinguished 50-year-old math professor for 7 years and pretending that his vaporware blockchain will save Africa deserves the Academy Award. I do believe Cardano could be successful. They have enough traction that if they successfully implemented a mainnet, that they could gain some traction like Binance Chain is doing right now. And I do think Cardano would be more sufficiently decentralized than Binance Chain, and that's not very hard to do. So I do think Cardano has a path to success, but also take into consideration that Charles has been writing papers and academic papers for 7 years on Cardano, and they just released a testnet last year, right? So slow is an understatement. I mean, it is what it is. I do hope that Cardano can be successful, but only time will tell. And I don't like Charles. I think he's kind of a salesman, and I don't think he's saving Africa with Cardano, because you can't even do anything on Cardano right now. It's only a testnet. But anyways, let's move forward to Dentacoin, because I think there's a lot of bullshit that's happening in the market right now, a lot of shitty tokens. Just remember that a coin for dentists hit a $1.6 billion market cap back in 2017. It was Dentacoin, if you don't remember. I mean, a blockchain for dentists. I don't know how somebody was able to sell that idea. I remember seeing this too, but it is what it is. I'm sticking to Web3 infrastructure like Chainlink, the Graph, maybe even Radical. I mean, I'm trying to decide whether that really is infrastructure or not. I know it's blockchain agnostic, could be a parachain. So very interesting. I do think it's overvalued right now, but I do want to focus on Web3 infrastructure, blue chip DeFi for long-term holding positions, as well as NFTs for long-term holding positions. That will be what my long-term holding, obviously Bitcoin and Ethereum possibly, and Polkadot. And I don't hold any Cardano just because I don't like Charles. But anyways, let's move forward to my big announcement, and that is a Dingooo creator token. You can go to Rally, make an account, participate. I need to say that this is just for fun, not an investment. Just for fun. We'll have special privileges within the community. And I do want to read the community statement, because I really do believe in this, and I do believe that the Dingooo community will represent this statement. The Dingooo crypto community is a unique breed of investors. We eat, sleep, and dream blockchain, freely exploring and discussing the potential of different decentralized applications with honest fundamental analysis. Blockchain will change the world, and we will be ahead of it. That is a very powerful statement. I do believe that we will be ahead of the curve, undoubtedly. If you want to participate, if you want to, I wouldn't even say support, just be, I'm not going to say it. I had a joke in mind that I'm not going to say because it's not appropriate. If you want to be a 6-inch Dingooo instead of just an average Dingooo, go ahead and buy some Dingooo tokens. That's the joke. If you don't get it, whatever. But anyways, if you want to participate, go ahead and participate. It's not an investment. Unique utility and privileges for holders, like individual discords, one-on-one conversations, possibly merch, and I will be doing an airdrop in a unique way, so make sure you stay tuned and subscribe and like this video. Make sure you subscribe and like this video, as well as join the Telegram and Discord to stay up to date. I will be doing a Dingooo airdrop. We'll be doing it to the community members, because that's what it's all about. Building a strong community that represents these values right here. Honest and open discussions. If you want to follow me on Twitter, go ahead. I appreciate each and every one of you. Peace out, dingoes, and dingle dingle. I appreciate it.